Uh, Hello everyone. Welcome to VishRakshk. This is an AI powered pocket toxicologist built to tackle the ground level snakebite crisis, which is majorly seen in rural India and across the world as well. So every year, but my use case is specific to very much rural India because every year in rural India, thousands lose their lives, limbs, not just to venoms caused by the venomous snake bites but to panic, harmful first aid practices, and superstitious practices like tying tight ropes and total absence of specialized doctor in village. So to tackle this problem, I have built VishRakshk. To solve this, I have built a dual multimodal pipeline using Google Medgemma 2 and Medgemma 4B. See here, Medgemma 4B running a massive 7 million parameter pipeline on a single free T4 GPU was my biggest engineering challenge that I encountered during this hackathon. And it took also me a lot of efforts and time to solve. And it was also a very great learning opportunity to me. I overcame it by strictly managing memory using the Keras Jax backend and mix precision to ensure smooth interference. Since the interference for these large models take times, I have pre-run the results. So I will walk you through that. So here in this cell, I have, prompted with the images, right? So the images and we can see. So I have already pre-run this cell and I will walk you through the project. So basically, suppose a rural user or a frontline ASHA worker, the main first in point in case if villager decide to connect to a medical professional. So they ASHA workers are not professional doctors, so they are also like human beings trained in simple basic training methods. So for them, it will be very useful. So they will basically simply uploads a photo of the snake bites and enter the basic symptoms that the patient is experiencing or whatever they can observe or see in patient from their naked eye. And then first Palgema will act as eyes. So it will analyze the wound and the area around the wound and will draw its analysis. And then it will scan the wood and currently identify the visual markers and label them for like medical understanding. And then Medgemma will act as the brain, correlating the visual data with symptoms to generate a clinical decision. It provides instant triage to stop golden hour delay. It will also warn against harmful myths, listing what not to do, like no tourniquets, no blade cuts. And if you are a doctor and if you have medical facilities at your disposal, it will also tell you which exact medical medicine you have to provide, what test you need to do, and what after providing this, what you have to monitor. All of this will be uh, will be reflected in the output. So you can say I have uploaded a real snakebite image, right? So this is a patient mode. It is analyzing the wound. Pale Gemma vision analysis is working. So it gives some description. It is not understandable to normal humans, but this discrimination is labeled with medical terms, so it is understandable by Medgemma. So then Medgemma medical analysis start and there are I have listed some symptoms. Okay, so after that analysis, he have claimed that it's a moderate emergency. Symptoms are also have been mild. Patient, I have in cell six are already mentioned the symptoms. Made up some symptoms. So here he had analyzed the urgency. So based on the symptoms, you can change and it will analyze like whatever be the symptoms, it will analyze. Where it is telling the patient. So suppose a village person uses this to upload and know what to do right now. So it is telling the village person basically no medical and just basic things which we need to do, clean the area, embolize, and of course, and it is also telling them what not to do, which mostly things people in India do when they have in villages do when they ever get bitten by a snake leading to death and long-term injury and loss. ठीक है? It is telling warning signs, and it is also telling like if the patient has seeing aggressive pain, so what to do? Like if the situation worsens. So it is telling these symptoms, and it is also telling about the warning signs to watch, when the situation is getting worse. Okay. So after that, the doctor mode activates. I have named it doctor mode. So basically, here after using the pale Gemma vision analysis, the Medgemma will analyze through the lens of doctor. It will analyze through the lens of medical treatment support. It is not for normal people. It is for ASHA workers. It is for junior doctors at villages who have not much experience but have medicines at disposal. So it is totally medical terms. It is classifying the risk. There is information type and recommendations rational. It is suggesting the lab things we can do. So totally medical terms like hemotoxic effects and what other cells and blood cells they can monitor. It is followed by, so it is also giving the lab orders and this. So that's the output. So it is covering both the patient, a general normal patient, village patient who is totally confused when knowing there someone is bitten by a snake, and for the ASHA workers or the doctors who are the front line, who usually don't have much experience but they have medical facilities and medicines at their disposal, so they can cure the snake bite in the earliest thing, and they can also later monitor. So it is also having anti venom recommendation. Um, so that's it. So this VishRakshk will act as an expert consultant, instantly calculating risk classification and identifying enumeration types in case of medical. And that's for the demo. My future roadmap involves quantizing these models for 100% offline use in deep rural pockets without internet, because a lot of, though internet is reached in many rural regions of India, but there are still people, and and I like my first focus is rural India, and this will also be very useful for people who are adventuring in wild, or who are going on a trek, because these kinds of snake bite incidents are very common if you are going on a trek in wild or experiencing something like this. And in that case, there is no internet, there is no way you can connect to a doctor. You have to, a doctor is very far away, so this can be a lifesaver. So currently it's not offline, so I'm the future scope is to quantizing model for offline. And through VishRakshk, my mission is to democratize emergency healthcare for the last mile. Initially, I am focusing on rural India, but I want it to be, worldwide. Any scenario where there is no medical diagnosis available, there is no doctor in near side, VishRakshk can become a lifesaver. And that's for my project. Thank you.